back. So, that's kind of far. There you go. That's a little bit better. Very professional. So, interesting stuff came out this week. Big announcements were made. There's going to be apparently a sequel to that 70s show. There's a reboot of Home Alone, and I just saw the trailer. And there's a sequel to Scream, so let's go through all of them. Welcome to the newest episode of SDW.
Super Dario World!
Okay, so hopefully I'm live. I think I should be live. I don't know. This keeps happening. I don't know. I'm I'm a little bit concerned now, but whatever. Doesn't matter. Hopefully you can follow me along. I don't know. I'm worried about the numbers there, but doesn't matter. There's not much I can do. Welcome back. I was off for a few days. For those of you who've listened to the morning show, the show on Rock 105.3, you probably know what I've been doing. Sky talked about it, and apparently I'm going to be helping her out on a little project of hers. So was busy doing some research there and other stuff. So I'll probably talk about it some other time once I have more to talk about. But before I get into what I want to talk about today, any comments, questions, or suggestions, remember, if you can just find me on my stream. That's going to be the easiest way by far. Just comment stuff on the stream. If you want to see pictures of stuff and things that I do, you can do that on Instagram at Dario SDW and at Super Dario World. But yeah, easiest way is just to join me on the stream. I still haven't worked out a schedule. I think I'm finally going to know how my schedule is going to look. I'm considering doing the stream at 10 a.m. Doing it like just to get it out of the way, and then I can do all the other stuff afterwards. I'm not sure yet. We'll see how it goes. It's probably gonna end up being 10 a.m., but we'll see how it goes. Again, I got a few things that I still have a few phone calls to make and stuff, but we'll see how it goes. I'll keep you posted. I'll always keep you posted. But anyway, I know that right now, I'm going up against the NFL. We got an NFL game, and actually, I wanna see it, so I wanna get the hell out of here pretty quickly. So this is gonna be a short one. For those of you who don't know, there was a reboot in the works of a classic, a holiday classic, and that is Home Alone. Now, there's a big debate of whether or not Home Alone is a Christmas movie. I particularly don't care about that debate. Doesn't matter to me if it's a Christmas movie or not. To me, it's a fun movie, and it's a big part of my childhood. It's a big part of most people's childhoods, but point is, it's a fun film. And so they decided to do a reboot. Except it's technically not a reboot, at least not in the way that I understand reboots to work. By that, what I mean is that characters from the original film, at least in the trailer, appear. And so this, I guess, makes it a sequel or a soft reboot. I'm not exactly sure. Point is, I saw the trailer, and you guys can check it out. It's on YouTube. In fact, now I'm not gonna play the whole thing. I'm just gonna show you a little bit. You can see it here. Let me just switch this out. Yeah, you can see the trailer a little bit, and it's basically the exact same plot, very similar. A kid gets abandoned by parents at home, forgotten by parents when they go on Christmas vacation, and criminals try to break into the house while the parents try to get back. Oh, by the way, you see that's the older brother from the original Home Alone. What's his name? What the hell is this guy's name? It's gonna bug me. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter. So yeah, you got criminals and stuff. Pretty much the exact same plot from the original one. And let's just say I don't get it. I don't understand it. It's for those of you who care, it will be streaming on Disney Plus, and you don't really have to pay for it. It's the Disney Plus that you don't have to pay for. It's not the premium one. Let me see what date it comes out. I believe it's, let me just double check. I have it right here. The movie will be released. Damn it. Why does it keep doing this? It got stuck. I don't even know why. Damn it. All right. Let me see if I got that. Oh, it's the website that got stuck. Doesn't matter. Weird. No. Stupid Google. Anyway, so the movie is supposed to be coming out. Actually, you know what? I have it here. Stupid. It's coming out November 12th, streaming, right? It's supposed to be free. You don't have to pay for it and nothing of that stuff. I just don't understand why. I don't understand why. It's because it's a remake of the same movie. The exact same movie, but worse. So the main character is this kid, right? This British kid. For those of you who saw Jojo Rabbit, you might remember him. He's the fat little sidekick, who he has his moments, but he's a British kid in Chicago. Now I'm assuming it's Chicago because again, the older brother from the original movie is there, And supposedly there's going to be a cameo from Macaulay Culkin. So they lived in Chicago. So you're assuming it's the US, but this little kid's British. And I don't know how they're going to justify in the cell phone era forgetting your kid at home. You know, because your kid can just call you on your cell phone, or you can just call him at home. Like, I don't understand. There's internet in Japan. There's internet in wherever it is they are. I don't see the point here. Back in the 90s, or when did the first one come out? Was it in late 80s, early 90s? I think it's the 90s. It made sense. You know, you're in another freaking country. You forget your kid. It's difficult. Still, they had to do some shenanigans with the phone lines, but still, and the cops showing up and nothing, because it's a different time. You're not worried about leaving your kid at home and them, you know, getting kidnapped or whatever, but different times. Now there's cameras at home. There's, you know, like there's ring devices. There's a whole bunch of stuff at home. So how they're going to go, and the house looks very high tech. It looks like they have a bunch of toys there. I don't know how they're going to do this. And, well, the best take from all this is when there's certain friends. All right. So first off, we need to understand why they're making this movie. The reason why they're making this movie is because Disney acquired Fox Studios, basically. And so they acquired the rights of every single thing that Fox owns. And one of the things that Fox owns is Home Alone. So immediately Disney's like, hey, we're going to make money off of that. And so, okay, I mean, I get it. It's money. I understand it. But wouldn't you at least try to do something better? Like, the original one had Macaulay Culkin, who was, it was his breakthrough role, and this might be the breakthrough role for this kid, but Macaulay Culkin had like a little bit of charm. He was kind of like a cute kid or whatever. He was likable. This kid kind of looks annoying. You see the trailer and he annoys you immediately. At least he annoyed me. And that was kind of his charm in Jojo Rabbit, that he's kind of like the annoying little loser, but whatever. So, put him aside. Like, I think it's a bad lead, but whatever. It's a British kid in Chicago, okay. Posh little lad, and that's your lead, okay. I get it. But the villains are beyond stupid. You have the girl from The Office, whose name I don't remember. Ellie? I don't know. The receptionist that takes over Pam. And then this guy who I've never seen before in my life. So actually, let me make this a little bit bigger. So here you go. Ellie Kemp. I think her name is Ellie Kemp. From the Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. And this guy. And they look like dumbass losers. Not scary at all. Like, they're not trying to be criminals. They're not trying to be scary. And they're married. And they don't look like the type of people who would break into your home. They look like the type of people who would freak you out because they would invite you to a swingers party. Or, you know, like invite you to their house and be like, hey, maybe you want to have another extra cup of wine and you want to explore a little more stuff. That would be the thing that I would be scared about from this couple, because that's what they look like. That's the type of couple that they look like. But them breaking into your house, not really scary. And I don't understand. And again, you have to remember who the wet bandits are. Joe freaking Pesci, and Marv, who, I don't know the actor's name, but dude looks scary as hell. Like, if Marv looks scary, like big crazy hair, the beard, and, you know, a little bit eccentric, you know, I gotta get houses wet because that's our mark. We're the wet bandits. And Joe Pesci, who, you know, is Casino Joe Pesci, Goodfellas Joe Pesci, scary dude. He's the mob guy, and he's like a crazy person. So you're at least a little bit scared, right? That here, I don't get it. I don't see the point. It's just a cash grab, and it's dumb. And I get it. The problem is that people are going to see it, and they're going to keep making these. And actually, you know what? I have a list of all the Disney remakes and reboots and stuff, and we'll probably go through it tomorrow, because I think it's a fun little topic to see how stupid it is and why. I don't understand why it keeps making money, but we can at least go through them, because I think Disney's responsible for like 19 reboots, and we'll go through that tomorrow. But this one just looks like garbage. And I hope nobody watches it. Unfortunately, it's going to be on Disney Plus, so it's free to watch, I guess, if you have Disney Plus, and a lot of people are going to see it, but I don't know. I hope I'm wrong. I don't think so, but I might be. I doubt it, though. Anyway, let's move on to the other trailer that was recently released, I believe this week, and that's the trailer for the new Scream. Now, this is Scream 2022, except the name is not Scream 2022, it's just Scream. And if that's not confusing to you, I don't know what to tell you, because the original movie's called Scream, the one that came out in the 90s, the one that had Drew Barrymore in the first scene. This one is also called Scream, but it's not Scream. You know what I'm saying? It's the same franchise, but it's not the same movie. even though in IMDb it comes out as the same movie. So I don't know. And it's also not a reboot, or I don't think it is. I think it's a sequel because the characters from the original movie are also here, and they're the same characters. Do you see how this is confusing? Do you see how this doesn't make any sense? At least here, you know, Scream has a little bit of the charm of the main characters. Because, okay, you have the return of Neve Campbell, you have Courtney Cox, you have David Arquette, who I think they're divorced now, so I don't know how that's going to work, but whatever. You got them back. But they basically remade the original Scream scene. You know, the one with Drew Barrymore with this girl, whose name I don't know. I don't know the girl's name. But for those of you who watched You, it's the second season of You. It's the little sister, the neighbor girl, the younger sister. It's her, that actress. She does an okay job. But they basically kind of remade the scene with Drew Barrymore, and they show it on the trailer. But they use technology to scare you. Like, they're calling the landline at the same time they're texting her. Now, how somebody has the technology to do this, to hack both things, whatever, doesn't matter. But they're trying to use the you know, like how people can lock their houses through their phones now. They're trying to use that tech against her. And honestly, I thought it was a comedy bit. It looks like a lock, unlock, lock, unlock. It's and you're like, is this what horror has become? Is this how low we have fallen? And they don't get that most people can't relate to this because most people don't have their locks on their phones. This is a newer thing. Most people don't have that. And you know what? Most people will never have that precisely because of that. That is the exact same reason why I will never have one of those locks in my house. Because what if somebody fucking hacks it? You know? And that's the main reason why. And so them putting it out here as kind of like a comedy bit that's supposed to be scary, I don't know. To me, it's kind of like, you deserve it, but whatever. Doesn't matter. So this one, at least, you know, it looks as campy as the other ones, and it looks like Neve Campbell's still going to be going through, I believe her name's Sydney, is going to be going through the same shit as always. So, all right, fine, whatever. At least you got the charm of the original characters. Home Alone has got nothing. I mean, nothing going for it, except maybe the return of Macaulay Culkin, like in a cameo, but who knows? But anyway, all that stuff doesn't matter. I wanted to get it out of the way. Let's talk about the fun stuff. Let's talk about that 90s show. So it's been confirmed by Netflix that there's going to be a spinoff of that 70s show called That 90s Show. And honestly, this sounds kind of interesting. At first, I like immediately wanted to, you know, throw up in my mouth because I heard it and I was like, that's dumb. They tried that 80s show. It didn't work. Let me give you the concept a little bit because it has potential, but also none at all. I'm torn. So the main characters are going to be, well, the story's going to revolve around Red and Kitty Foreman. And what's going to happen here, it's the 90s, and apparently they're going to be raising Eric and Donna's child. Now, Eric and Donna are not confirmed to be returning for the show. I mean, the actors. And based off what I know from Eric, at least, I forget his name. Anyway, it doesn't matter. His name doesn't matter. What I know about that actor is that he hated the show. He hated it. Well, he claims that he walked away at the right time. I remember we had him in an interview, and his new show is actually kind of funny. It has its moments. What is it? Home Economics. It has its moments, but he did not get along with everybody else. Everybody else says like they were a family or whatever. Him, not so much. He was like, I kind of don't want to be here, and he left the first opportunity that he saw that was going to be good for him. So he's not confirmed to return. Laura Prepon, I believe that's Donna, is not confirmed to return. Fez, Mila Kunis, and Ashton have all said, well, Fez, Jackie, and Ashton Kutcher and Kelso have all said that they're not interested in coming back. And Hyde is kind of in the middle of a legal pickle, let's say. So, long story short about Hyde, there were accusations about, you know, him like raping people and stuff like that. And so usually, here's my stance on all that stuff. I believe the evidence. You know, if presented at court, if the evidence holds true there, cool. I'll call it that. However, he is a Scientologist. So that that puts everything into doubt. Everything I said before that doesn't count. Just because he's a Scientologist and you can't trust those people. But anyway, I'm kidding, by the way. But it's one of those things like, so two characters are coming back. Everybody else not confirmed. I'm assuming that the neighbor dad's still gonna be there. I don't know. First off, Kitty is fantastic. The actress, she's awesome. She recently appeared in WandaVision, and you remember how good of an actress she actually is. You remember her from Friends. She's the Phoebe's brother's wife, who, you know, that had the triplets. She's fantastic. She's great. She's super funny. Red, I really haven't seen him. In fact, honestly, I thought he was dead. I thought he was dead. But okay, turns out, I guess he's still alive. So them coming back, I have no issue. Kitty was fantastic, and she's super funny. Red still had his thing. All he has to do is be the grumpy old man, and so that's an easy job, I think. Anyway, so I'm kind of okay with it. I just don't see how it's going to go. So the story is going to be they're still in Wisconsin, and Eric and Donna send their kid over to live with Red and Kitty. How they're going to justify it, I don't know. Where they're living, I don't know. I mean, Eric was a teacher, right? He wanted to be a teacher. Donna, I remember her. She was a radio DJ. And they're sending their kids to live with their parents. I don't understand any of it. How old is the kid going to be? I think it's going to be a girl, so I guess that could change the dynamics a little bit. But what, is she going to like the neighbor? The neighbor would be, I don't know. That means that the dad is not going to be there anymore. I forget his name. So I don't understand, but it's confirmed that it's going to happen. Netflix is all up. Oh, here's another reason why Hyde is not coming back. Danny Masterson, he was in a show called The Ranch with Ashton Kutcher and Fez. He showed up from time to time on Netflix, and they fired him from that show. So I really don't see Hyde coming back. There's very little chance of Hyde coming. There's more chance of Eric coming back than Hyde coming back. There's more chance that the girl who played the sister, the original girl who played that, I think she's dead. There's more chance of her coming back than Danny Masterson coming back. But whatever. That doesn't matter. I don't know where the show's going to go. I'll give it a chance. Let's see what's up. Because the concept is interesting. I like Kitty and Red. I like the 90s. That's when I grew up. So there's the nostalgia factor there. But we'll see how it goes. If it's going to be just an angsty teen. And also, there's not too many sitcoms like that anymore, where it's like... they're shot in a live studio and stuff like that, like Home Alone, Fuller House. It's one of the few ones that came back. Will and Grace, I guess, is back, or was. I don't know. I didn't really watch the new stuff, so I miss it. I like that style of show. It's a funny medium, and I enjoy it. But I don't know. We'll see how it goes. So I believe it's a good place to stop. Tomorrow I will be probably talking about all the Disney reboots because I have a lot of thoughts. And I have a lot of complaints. But that's it. That's it for today. As always, any comments, questions, or suggestions, like I said, just hop on the stream. That's the easiest way. I'm still not set on a schedule. Like I said, it looks like tentatively I might just start streaming at 10 a.m. just because it's easier, I think. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Again, it's not really in my hands. It depends on what schedule they give me. But as always, you can follow me on Instagram at DarioSDW and at SuperDarioWorld. As always, thank you for joining me, and I'll see you again next time.